everyone, I'm Amanda, and today I'm really excited because I have the bookshelf tour! Originally I was going to make a different video, but then I thought about it, and I'm still really new here. I've only been a part of the booktube community for a week, and well, by the time that I put this up it will have been a little over a week. But anyways, I thought that it would be a great idea to show you the kind of books that I like to read by showing the books that I own, because if I own them, I like to read them. So anyways, I'm excited to show them here, and let's get started! Also, disclaimer, I don't own a tripod, so we're gonna see how that works. Here is my first copy of the Harry Potter books, as you can see right there. Now it's just kind of at a weird angle. I put them up there because they're completely destroyed. Look at this book. This is destroyed. I was reading it one time in school and it broke in half. It literally broke in half, so I taped it together with this tape, and then it broke in half again right here. So I have another copy of it, and this one also broke in half. The Order of the Phoenix has broken in half 3 times. Alright, so this is my favorite contemporaries shelf. So I have Since You've Been Gone, Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, Fangirl, also by Rainbow Rowell, The Inexplicable Logic of My Life, and Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, Winger and Standoff, and then The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and The Outsiders. These two are my 2 favorite young adult books ever. In fact, most of these books have made me cry because I love them so much. Crying doesn't just mean I'm sad. Sometimes it just means I love the book or I love the characters. This shelf right here contains some of my fantasy-ish books, some science fiction, and also a book that I have no idea what it's about. Here I have the Six of Crows duology, which is Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, and I really like both of these books. They inspire me to want to read more fantasy. And next I have Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and Hollow City by Ransom Rigg, and I read this book. Haven't read this one yet, but I need to. Here's Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere. The Martian. This is the book that I'm currently reading. I love it so much. It's so funny. Then I have Ender's Game and More Than This by Patrick Ness. I don't know what it's about, but I bought it because it has this little hole thing. And here we have The Diviners by Libba Bray. I don't want to pull it out because it's stacked underneath the book, so I can trust that you have an idea of what it looks like. I have not read this book though, so it's just really long and intimidating. Right here I have my third shelf, which is my Percy Jackson shelf. I really like this shelf. This shelf actually used to be where I contained all my books, so they were stacked, like they were super double stacked and they were all Tetris style. It was so fun to try to compact as many books, but then I got my other bookshelf. I actually stole it from my family's bookshelf, but they weren't using it, so I took all their books off. And for my double stacked books, I have the Chronicles of Narnia complete series. Then also back there I have my German copy of Percy Jackson. And next I have, oh, this is going to be reverse order by the way, but here is The Last Olympian, which I have in hard copy because I had to mail order it. The Battle of the Labyrinth, The Titan's Curse, The Sea of Monsters, The Lightning Thief. Now I have the movie copy of this because that's what came in my box set, so I guess that's what I have. Book 1, The Lost Hero. Oh, these are in the correct order. I don't know why I did it like this. The Son of Neptune, The Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, my favorite one, and The Blood of Olympus. And then I have the Hidden Oracle, and here I have this ultimate guide that I got in 6th grade. I don't actually remember what's in it anymore. And my favorite is this giant Percy Jackson's Greek Gods. This is so cool. I haven't read all of them, but it's so cool. Just look at this illustration. It's all covered with illustrations like that. And finally, I have my Kindle that I keep on this shelf, and this has maybe like 30 books on it. This right here is where I contain my yearbooks and my photo books. And then at the bottom we have my other books, and these are books that aren't storybooks. And then right here on this shelf I have my big travel books. And these are my favorite books to buy because I love looking through them and looking at all the pictures of places to visit. This one is called The Big Trip, Your Ultimate Guide to Gap Years and Overseas Adventures. And then we have You Only Live Once. It's complete with lots of things that you might want to do, like right here we have A Night in London. And then I have Ultimate Travel, which has tons of adventures in it. I really want to show the Alhambra right here because it's in Granada where I'm staying. And this right here is my favorite one of them. It's the travel book, which has pages on each country. Like, look, it has these little portfolios. See, look, here's Greece. There's some pictures of Greece. There's your Greece map. And then we have some stuff, like we have the population of the countries. And then we have the cities book, which is basically the same thing, but with cities instead of countries. Hello, and welcome to my second bookshelf. Now, first I have my Harry Potter section. This poster right here is from the Harry Potter expedition in Brussels that I got with my host sister. And right here I have two little Eeyores because I collect adorable Eeyores. It's that one. And that one's actually a Christmas ornament. And then I have Sirius Black's wand. And here is Mad-Eye Moody's wand. And then here I have my Harry Potter shelf. First I have the illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Alright, and then I have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. You know what these ones look like. And the Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban. And then I have the Goblet of Fire, and my Goblet of Fire book is shorter than all the other ones, which drives me crazy, and I need to get the next one, but it's because I bought it online and I didn't realize that there was a small edition and then a big edition. The words Harry Potter are not shiny like the other ones. The Order of the Phoenix, the Half-Blood Prince, the Deathly Hallows. Here's my British edition of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This is the only British edition that I own, and I got it in, I believe, Glasgow. And here I have Tales of Beetle the Bard, Quidditch Through the Ages, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And I like this one way better than the new one they have in stores because it has awesome pictures and it has like their writing in it, their annotations. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, but the book, the script isn't here because I borrowed it to my friend in December, and you know how it goes when you borrow your books out. My Spanish edition of the first Harry Potter book. And now we have my next shelf, which is kind of like my, I don't know, it blends. It goes like contemporary, memoir-ish thing to, I don't know what that is, black covers to adult books to books that didn't fit anywhere else. Okay, I don't even know why I'm still in the frame, but I just don't have anywhere else to go because it's a wall here and a wall here. Okay, so we have We Were Liars. I read this one. Crash and Burn, and this one's really good. You don't hear about it a lot, but it's good. It's very good. The Book Thief, which I have yet to read. Then we have The Abundance of Catherines by John Green, and I think this is the only John Green book I have not read. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Just One Dale by Gail Foreman. Me Before You and After You. I read this one, but I have not read this one. I want to read it, I think. We Should Hang Out Sometime. We'll Always Have Paris. Ballad of the Whiskey Robber. The Ridiculous Race. Catch Me If You Can. Now, the movie was based on this book, which was based on the story of Frank W. Abagnale, and I love this book. It is so entertaining, and I have never heard of anyone else who has read this book. Will Grayson, Will Grayson. Looking for Alaska by John Green. The Absolutely True Story of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. It's kind of a funny story. The Beasts of No Nation. The Help. And it's the movie edition, but I'm okay with that because it has Viola Davis, and I love Viola Davis. The Lowland, The Cuckoo's Calling, and obviously it's by J.K. Rowling. I have not read it yet though. Right here we have my Khaled Hosseini books. I did not look up the pronunciation, I'm sorry if that's wrong. I love his books so much. He's one of my favorite authors, and I haven't heard his books talked about on BookTube ever. The Kite Runner is my favorite book in the world, besides Harry Potter. And The Mountains Echoed. This one I have not read of his yet. A Thousand Splendid Suns. And here are my movies! And my little Spider-Man finger puppet. I love him, he's so cute. I got him in Peru, actually. Okay, and then I have some CDs, you know, old school. And I have my Spanish-English dictionary, my Webster's dictionary, and here's my Webkinz. He's my first Webkinz ever. I don't know if that was a thing. Oh, here it is. I don't know if that was a thing where other people were, but at my school, in elementary school, everyone had the Webkinz, and I kept him. And then we have my final shelf at the very bottom of my bookshelf. And this has my dystopians, and then my classics. we have The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. Then next we have 4, and we have Divergent, and Insurgent, and Allegiant, all by Veronica Roth. And I'm just gonna assume you guys know what those look like. And here is Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. And then for whatever reason, I own my 2 least favorite Maze Runner books. I don't know why. Kill Order and The Death Gear. But the Maze Runner and Scourge Trials, I really liked these 2. It was okay. And here I have Catch 22, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which I have not read, nor do I want to read, but here it is. Okay, here's like the worst copy of Catcher in the Rye you have ever seen. But I found it at a campsite, and I read it, and I loved it. I read classics for fun, by the way. And here is Macbeth, and this one is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. And here I have Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, Brave New World. I'm sure you've noticed a trend that I always own the ugliest copy of the classic I can possibly find, and it's just because that's always the cheapest versions. Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare. And here's a separate piece. Here's The Crucible and Frankenstein, probably my most hated book. It was so boring. A collection of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and I love the Sherlock show. I've read some of the books, and I got this for 25 cents. Alright, I'll just conclude the video right here, so thank you for watching. That was a lot of fun to make. I hope you have a better idea of what kinds of books I like to read, and I'll see you next week. Thank you, bye!